Oh, plane watchers. They're not.
Wow.
That's not where the planes land tonight, though. Oh, there's an ice cream truck.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We could go.
Get an ice cream.
Watch the ice cream, but we could
Was it a plane taking off there?
watch the planes. It's an awesome silhouette.
Okay, welcome to today's edition of Lama Drives. Lama Drives.
Driving.
I'll keep my eyes on the road. Von, you run the show.
Yeah. Hear
Hey.
ye, hear ye.
In the glove box, you'll find
Oh.
a list.
I am running the show.
You're
I
running
have
the
the
show.
list. I have the agenda for
list-
today.
List of things to chat about as we drive back from the Melbourne airport as the sun sets, and we've got to be quick.
Yes,
Gotta be
that's
quick,
right.
And I've got to get the sun out of my eyes. So, Von, what are we starting off with?
Well,
today?
I'm not doing an intro
Yeah.
because you've already done that, and this won't be available in MP3 format.
It will not be available in MP3 format. What's today's title of the topic? Can we read that? No, we can't read that out. That's. I won't get Von to read the notes that I wrote this. Okay, so do you have a 5-minute timer on you, Von?
Wait, one moment, people. Hey Siri, set timer for 5 minutes. Set timer for 5
Your
minutes.
timer is set for 5 minutes.
Okay, bang.
We're good.
You're actually wearing the microphone though, Von, not the camera there.
Ah.
Okay, so the reason why I set the timer for 5 minutes is because I need to discuss very quickly and I need to limit myself talking about what happened with YouTube this week. In a nutshell, it was videos from 2 years ago where people were asking for MP3 downloads or podcasts of the audio format
Yeah.
of the videos that we've made together. That's in violation, or that's encouraging people to violate the terms and services. I personally did not violate the terms and services. People had to go off and actively do that themselves by cutting and pasting that URL in. Anyhow, long story short, it was nothing to do. The reason why YouTube took my channel down temporarily for 4 hours was nothing to do with the content in the videos, nothing to do with copyright strikes, duplication, anything. The channel is squeaky clean. As I've mentioned on the TrainerRoad forums, the channel is cleaner than a dentist's toilet who brushes twice a day. And you know that people, yep.
You're going to have to try harder.
I was treated as if I'd put up, think of the most offensive content you can think of. Don't think too hard, you sick people, but think
Yeah.
of that. That's how my account was treated for that violation of posting one single URL in about 5 or 6 videos. So what took place there is an event. One strike against the account. I was dealing with that in the background. They then struck the account out 3 or twice more, deleted everything. It was an automated system that I was unable to contact anybody at all for a resolution. The official contact channels at YouTube and Google were unable to help at all.
Okay.
They were simply referencing the fact that I'd broken the violation, and they didn't tell me what violation I had violated. It was bizarre.
Very helpful.
I was dealing with this for one day in the background before I then went to YouTube. Went to Facebook and Twitter asking for help, and it's only through the voice of everyone else the channel got restored, not mine.
That is not on.
So it's just a lesson in customer service and just their YouTube's inability to scale to humans, if that makes sense, or their customer service, which is non-existent. Yeah, the only customer service I have had, or the only explanation I have had from YouTube was via Twitter. Problem I have with that, my Twitter account is unverified. So they could actually have been dealing with anyone. So from a security standpoint,
Fake llama.
anybody could have been dealing, and they could have been dealing. Sure, I had information about my channel name, but I didn't give them any passwords or any personal information over that.
And you were speaking in an authoritative way about your channel.
A very firm way about the channel, using terms. Actually, I was professional about it, so there's no problems there whatsoever. But anyhow, that's where we're at. A number of people contacted me. Everything's cool on the channel, no problems at all. A number of companies contacted me to make sure there was no liability on their behalf. No, there is not. It has nothing to do with any reviews at all,
Yeah.
and there's no reason to be.
I
However,
think I contacted you as well to check because there were videos that I was present in
Yeah.
as well. So is that a strike against me?
yeah,
What?
no. So that's what happened. How's your timing going? Have I ranted enough about that? There's a
When
massive
you're ready, we're almost done. Yep.
massive backstory about that and my dealings with that. I didn't want to make it a big drama and go onto YouTube and start, I didn't want to involve everybody about the drama stuff. It's not what I do. I just wanted this cleared up. But it's also just reaffirmed to me that YouTube is a dark cloud that I have mentioned a few years back. It can't be relied on. You're at their mercy of automated systems and no contact whatsoever. Interesting stuff. I do have to mention though, the support that I've received, like no one's dead here, no one died. If they shut the channel down, and that was the end of it, fine, we go elsewhere, game over. But the support shown towards me, definitely not to YouTube, not even the content that I make, but the person that what I do, and because there's nothing up my sleeve, no rabbits out of the hat, and
So it was good?
it was amazing, absolutely amazing.
Okay.
Two people I have to really give out thanks to is first of all DC Rainmaker for tweeting, which got hundreds and hundreds of tweets, likes and retweets of him identifying what had taken place on my channel.
Yeah.
And also Durian Rider.
Okay.
Harley Johnson. If you know cycling and YouTube, you know Durian Rider, of course. Love him or hate him, Harley reached out and offered assistance as much as he could.
That's fantastic.
Much appreciated. I've met Harley a few times in person and away from the internet persona. He's actually a really nice guy. So two people have really jumped in on my side on that one, and a few people who have jumped off my side as well. There we go, 5 minutes is up. That's all we've got to say about that one.
Fantastic. Well, thanks for clearing that up, Shane.
If you're getting punched in the nuts for no reason at all.
Well, I
it's
think
fantastic.
you have to, like you said, address it and move on,
Take control.
because it doesn't define you. Absolutely.
No, that's it. That's why if they do shut that down and that's it and it's game over, that doesn't change, what I do, my opinions or what I've built. It just takes that away. But that's not my everything.
That's right.
Go out and ride bikes more.
Yeah, so let's go ride bikes. It's 30 degrees outside at 7:30 at night. Oh, it's dropped. It's 25 degrees now. Sorry. It's from the car park to out on the road. It's a little bit cooler out. And have you been out riding with your Fly 6 camera?
Ha! Thanks for following script. So the Fly 6, the reverse again. No, it wasn't Cycliq that brought the channel down. They didn't put it in a complaint or anything like that. The good companies pretty much go silent, fix their issues, and don't contact me. That's pretty much it. Although send me an email. Cycliq released a firmware update. Now, this was already cooking anyway, but they've released a firmware update. I haven't gotten to that yet, but remember the pain I was talking about of the Cycliq, the Fly 6 firmware update, that you've got to plug it in and then wait and then upload a file and plug it in again and all that. The new firmware update requires all of that and more. They actually made the process harder.
Wow, they've really set the bar higher.
I don't think they meant it. It's a full discharge and a recharge of the battery during that. Anyway, I was out riding with the Cycliq in lower light. People were asking, how's the performance of the unit in lower light? So I was out there. The answer is absolutely pathetic. The camera is a potato. It is a potato camera on the Cycliq Fly 6 CE. I can say that. It's not going to take the channel down. That's my straight opinion of what's going on. I'll throw up a few examples here of cars going past in lower light. So two more big dramas there with the Fly 6. However, I did mention the camera's job was to capture the number plate if a car ran up your ass and you wanted to identify that car.
Yep.
Funnily enough, 5Ks from home, a car almost ran me off the road. So I do have some footage here of being able to identify the car number plate.
Oh, wow.
So,
No llamas harmed in this reenactment?
no llamas harmed. The driver was spoken to as if they were from YouTube and taking my channel out. So you can imagine the rainbow has a few spectrum of colours. My description of their actions had more colours than Rainbow Bright. The driver knew they were in the wrong, but we did capture it on Fly 6. Thankfully, the audio on the Fly 6 is absolutely horrible as well, so you're not going to get that. I'll mute that. But there we go. That wrapped up, that summed up, the camera did its job for exactly what it was designed to do. So all issues aside,
Yeah.
there we go. Sunbury, the birthplace of the Ashes. Did you see that? Cricket. Anyone watching from the UK? Birthplace of the Ashes in Sunbury? Really?
Sunbury.
How about that?
So they took some stumps out to
Burnham?
behind the airport, and did they steal a stump? It's a little.
I've no idea. I know the ashes
Ashes?
are in a little urn.
Yeah, but aren't they the burnt?
Yeah, they're the burnt stumps.
Yeah.
Bales, actually. I
Bales,
think they're
yeah. I
bales.
was trying to think what the term was. The thing that sits across the.
Not Christian Bale, not Batman.
Love Batman.
Alrighty.
Neo 2.
Neo 2, thanks for keeping us rolling along. Tacx Neo 2 announced today. Von, do you have any questions about the Tacx Neo 2? I did a little small presentation on
Is it
this.
like Batman? Does it like fold up?
It
still?
does. It's just like the normal Neo.
Does it still have colours underneath? As in, like the lights?
I think Von has already seen it. You didn't
No.
see the Neo 2,
Nope,
have
haven't
you?
seen the Neo 2. Tell me more.
Let me just... Well, we don't have any navigation on because we're using the phone to record audio, and I do remember I have to go down this road here. Trust me on this.
All right.
I've been here for breakfast. Look, in summary, Neo 1, same features, slight update to things like the microcontroller and things that you don't see under the hood. My explanation was it's the Neo with a new set of pants.
New set of pants. So, any difference in the inertia flywheel? Yay, nay?
No. Well, the thing is, we don't really know. They say there's updates to the firmware, it's a new firmware, etc. But I think form factor is still the same.
Okay.
Noise is meant to be. The other one was silent. This one is silenter. What? Well, when you get to this level anyway of what they're on, you can't hear. It's your drivetrain. It's you're slapping through the gears. That's what's making the noise. So.
Yeah.
Quiet.
Okay. And what was my other question? Rear, did they have any issues with cage derailleurs and how that worked?
I don't believe there were any issues with long cage derailleurs on the Neo, because I don't have a long cage bike. So I don't know, I don't recall seeing anything such as we saw with the Flux
Okay.
and all that. So I don't think any issue there, but same form factor as the Neo 1.
So the legs fold up.
Yep.
Excellent.
Yep.
I love how that folds up. Nothing else does it like it.
It is one of the smallest trainers that is shipped in a box. It really folds up nice and tight. No assembly required. You just fold the thing out. You will need to put a cassette on, but there we go. A lot of people were saying I was underwhelmed by it, but yeah, because what I wanted was when the Neo came out, it was like, holy shit, there's a lot of good stuff here. I wanted that for the Neo 2 at that same level again.
Oh,
But when
you're asking a lot. What would you add in though?
Well, as I've said, climb support or kicker climb support or their own climb, something like that. Bluetooth FTMS out of the box, it is coming, but it's not there. Watch my video on the Daily Peloton. But
I've been busy, Shane. I will get to it.
I can't quite. My thinking ability is limited to driving at the moment.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
Is that sign up ahead for Ballarat, or are we going to turn in here?
I can't read.
Okay, we'll try to go this way.
No, it doesn't say Ballarat.
We'll get home. We just follow the sun. We'll get there. So yeah, a little bit underwhelming in the Neo 2, which is probably going to hurt the feelings of Tacx a little bit, me saying that, but it is what it is. And that's what everyone's saying that.
Yeah.
My yardstick, if something is popular, is it in the first list of 20 posts on Slow Twitch? And right after the announcement, it wasn't. And it wasn't all day. So people aren't talking about it. So...
Is it because no one's seen it yet,
no,
or that doesn't even matter?
There's no features. I think. I mean, it's a great track. Don't get me wrong. It's a great track. They've refined things.
Do you think we'll get one to check out?
One is on its way.
Does that mean we'll have two?
Well, we've got my Neo already. We've already sold the other one that we had because I picked one up from Slane. Oh, Breatho! No, we're good. On the wrong side of the tracks here. So, police are doing drug testing over the other side.
Maybe I could have your old Neo. Is that what you're saying?
You will be able to borrow my old Neo for sure. But I mean, use the new one. I want you to, as with everyone, having experiences that I need to, like, not just me. I'm happy to hear your experience in the new Neo. So once that arrives,
okay.
I'd love
to test it.
You're a fan of the Neo, aren't you?
I am. I flip-flopped after I had a few firmware issues with the kicker. So I'm a fickle mistress.
Speaking of issues with the kicker, and I will mention it here, the build quality of the Kicker 18 and Kicker Core, there's a few people saying they've had issues out of the box, acknowledged. I haven't had mine, so my experience is presented with what I do. I've had no issues with my units. People are having issues. Wahoo are on top of them. Yeah. Replacing under warranty, etc. So just an acknowledgement of that. Mm-hmm. Boom, stamp that right here.
Okay.
There was somebody on a forum saying they won't trust any reviewer anymore because they're giving gushing reviews of things.
I mean, what kind of issues are they having, really? If you're having a sticker fall off, who cares? I mean...
No, there's ticking bearing issues or something that are acknowledged, and they are returning things, so that's cool. But my statement was around that if I haven't experienced something, I can't put it in the video.
Okay. Yeah.
If I do, and so something like the Neo that was grinding on me after 18 months, I did a video on that because I fixed it. So same with the kicker stuff. If I have any issues with the kicker and I've got to fix it, you'll get a video on that. It's my experience. So there we go. Cool.
Okay. You've made a note here about the new eSports racing.
Aha!
What is this? Tell me more.
Alrighty, one thing I did miss in today's Digital Peloton news was CVRcade. Have you seen the Frank Garcia behind CVR Racing? You and I have both represented Australia over in Vegas.
Frank. Yep.
We raced for the eSports up in. We've performed in Vegas.
Yeah.
I got second. I didn't get first.
I got fourth.
Yes, that's bloody awesome. We've competed internationally in the eSports arena as well. So Frank Garcia behind all of that is teasing out a new platform.
Okay.
They've sent me some documentation to be under NDA to look at it. But you know what? After the last couple of days of NDAs in terms of services, I've stepped back a little bit. I might just wait to get the public view of everything, rather than be given privileged information first. Because look, being under NDA is okay, under embargo is okay for certain things, but if it's going to make people nervous that I might say something here on the channel or leak something, they're going to be watching my content like a hawk. It's better me not to even have any NDAs or be in a position to be able to disclose anything that I shouldn't be disclosing. Do you know what I mean? Risk mitigation.
Are you allowed to disclose the fact that you've heard about the
new
eSports race?
No, they're posting it everywhere. I have no screenshots. I'm only going on or discussing what we've seen
in public.
In public, which is on their.
Okay.
Yeah. Again, I'm nervous to say links below, but that's why I will put links below. That's why the channel got shut down, because I put a link below to something.
So they're not using other platforms eSport to e-race?
Well, yeah, they were using Zwift as their platform initially.
Okay, so
and
now
they've done a ton of work in the back end of that, though, to allow them to do results and real timing and video. It was quite extensive.
Okay.
What they'd done.
Well, maybe they can leverage that for their own thing then. So that's good.
Again, you'll hear about it as soon as the information is public. You'll hear about it here. I'm keen on this whole. I mean, I cover all the hardware, and now I'm dipping into all the software.
Yeah.
And that's going to be one of them. So keen to see what they've got set up.
Yeah, I mean, they've got a really good base of how things should work. So let's see how they can implement it.
I can guarantee Frank has been around a long time. Frank was the very first Everester, the virtual Everester. So Frank's been around since beta days, and Frank's a racer. He knows, and he listens. Also,
having previously run events, you know what you also need as well. So let's see what they pull out from that.
Yep. Do we want Melton?
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
That's a town, not a condition. It's only 24 degrees. No one's melting.
We're not saying we want Melton ice cream.
We've time trialled out that road. I do want ice cream, but there's a time trial course. How many times do we drive around and go, race out?
I didn't think you were turning then. That's good. Tell me more about your longer sheep patrol while I was away this week. You've obviously been out riding where I've been stuck inside.
Well, here's my yardstick of how are things going at a personal level after all this bullshit that's gone down for YouTube. You know when they say, go out and ride it off and come home and you'll feel better? So I've gone out and done a few longer rides, and did I come home and feel better? Nah, I'm still pissed off. So that's where we're at.
It's got you in the feels.
So anyway, went out and did a longer sheep patrol out Creswick, rode into the headwind, and this is again our discussions on nutrition the other week, and just ride planning.
Yep.
I completely screwed this one up. I'll admit it.
Did you know how far you were going?
Yeah, I had a rough idea. It was about 80k, 75 to 80k's.
That's 2 bottles. And
a
couple of muesli bars.
Yep, and that's exactly all that I took.
Okay.
It was about 30 degrees. And it hasn't been that hot for a long time. So you see where I'm going?
Yeah.
I got done by, I hadn't trained in the heat. Salt like nothing else.
When did you realise you were stuffed? Did you get to Creswick and go, I've still got 2 bottles, we're good?
I was rationing my bottles all the way through the ride. I'll links below to my Strava ride of this. I'm not sure if I had my heart rate monitor on. I may have, and I'm sure there's a deflection there of the heart rate where, you know, I dehydrated. I'm like, I am done. But I was riding into the headwind with the idea of, it's going to be a flying tailwind home.
Yeah.
Lucky it was, the last 20 Ks, out of water. No, there's no stops anywhere at all because there's just nothing out there. Man, done. Totally cooked. The mental focus it required, people who are watching who are cyclists who have bonked, who have hit the wall, that was me, zombied. If I had had a flat tyre, I just would have sat on the road and gone like, I'm done here. Like, yeah, that kind of, it was freaking horrible. But that was only 65, 70 Ks into the ride. My mistake though. It was, didn't take enough nutrition, didn't pre-prepare. Ooh, bird. But like the ride the other day, you're getting some maps on.
I'm just checking that you know where you're
You
going.
don't trust me? Trust me. We're following the sun.
Yes, my dear.
Our ride the other day, or last Saturday, 146 Ks.
Yes.
You know, we didn't smoke through that. That was hard work, but yeah, we got through it. So yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Half of that distance, and I was cooked. But pacing, nutrition, preparation, hydration. I was rationing what I had. I didn't have enough. To do that again, I should have stopped in Creswick and refilled my bottles. So that was 30 kilometres into the headwind, into the heat. I should have refilled the bottles, maybe taken 3 bars.
Okay.
And again, this is all working on my current fitness and building up my fitness as we come into summer, going from only 800 Ks a month, a really low volume compared to what I've done in the past.
Yeah.
Probably my lowest volume month into the...
Yeah.
Please stop that because we'll get done for
I don't even
copyright.
know. I don't even know how
That's
it
Von's,
started that.
when you plug the charger into the car, music
Sorry,
starts.
people.
No, you're going to explain that one to YouTube. It's all
Stop
good.
outsourcing things, Shane.
I'm trying to outsource the stress. So with YouTube, you can get away with about 10 seconds or 12 seconds of video with creative use or referral use. A lot of people said it might have been Mia's Paper Planes introduction that I used to use on the channel. I've used that a lot. Great little tune at the start. That was less than 10 seconds though, so that's, you know, should be fair use as a snippet.
Yeah.
But man, I've tried. Like, my intent is good with the channel. Trying to share what we're up to, nothing up my sleeve, no holes barred. And as I was saying today on my live stream on Instagram, I love going live because I'm never put on the spot. I can't be put on the spot. I'm never putting in a position where people like catch me out. Because what you see is what you see is what you get. I will protect things like my privacy and, you know, like it's not our daily lives of what we're up to for both work and other things, but on the cycling side and what we do talk about and do present, it is simply a camera on, bang.
Yeah.
So yeah, and that's especially when YouTube question my integrity about my intent. Gets me down a little, but soldier on. How else are we going on the list here?
Well, one thing that no, we'll start that again.
I can't jump cut you on. You're on the show. You're not going to jump. You're not getting,
Oh God, the pressure.
No, we're leaving that there. Not right after I've just said nothing's up our sleeve. And
and jump cut.
There we go. And jump cut. I'm leaving that in.
So, is your long 80k ride up on Strava and TrainerRoad?
Yes. So I'm using TrainerRoad to track with their calendaring and career feature. You track your TSS and your CTL and you track your fitness and your best scales. Yep. So yes, I haven't used TrainerRoad a lot for the workouts, but I have used it a lot for, is that a roo? No. I have used it's on sunset and dusk we get roos jumping past. So I am using that to track, and that's kind of motivating me at the moment. Yeah. To get out there and keep bumping those numbers up, keep chasing my tail again. And I think the last time I did this was when I was racing. Yeah. You know, keep bumping things up. But it's motivating. So if people are looking for a reason to ride over winter, grab yourself either Strava, Summits, not Premium, whatever. Track your fitness. What you're doing. Track your fitness and just get like your step counter and things like that. I guess I've refound after years and years of racing and tracking TSS, CTL, TSB, CTL, all that within training peaks and chasing my tail, and then stepping away from that, it dipping down and never coming back up. Finding it at an easier to consume level with the TrainerRoad stuff, it's been kind of cool. And I tell you what, I am feeling 1,000,000%. Coming back from the US, no riding for about 2 weeks or so, just doing short interval sessions indoors. I used to think Lama lab session for the day, that's my workout done, 45 minutes. The diet really wasn't that good. We've cut out bread.
Just changing and trying to make some difference. Yeah.
Just changing something up again, because you plateau until something changes. So what we've changed the diet a little bit. I think I've dropped about 2 or 3 kilos. As I put up on Twitter the other day, I was doing push-ups as I was waiting for videos to compile, because I was chasing Ray's tail with Ray and I were having that competition with our Apple Watch. So I was being a little bit more active there. Back issues haven't flared up. I haven't discussed my back issues, but they haven't re-flared up, so that's all going well. I think I've ridden here. This is the ride?
This is the back road.
Yeah.
So
anyway, to wrap that up.
Yes.
Tracking
and then
my
I'll give my 2 cents.
Thank you. Sorry, I'm on a rant mode here. In tracking my fitness, I've been riding more outside, being more active. Less time has been putting into the production of the videos, but that's not what it's about. It's about you've got to be healthy first.
You've still got to have
healthy,
your health.
And I jumped out of the car the other day and just bounced across the road to go to the bank, and I'm just like, shit,
yeah,
feeling good.
That's good.
So that's
that is really important.
With all this shit going down on the YouTube stuff, and again, I didn't want the drama. I didn't want to introduce people into the drama or not sort of crap. That could really get people down. There's a lot of discussion around men's mental health. Yep. I get that.
Yeah.
I get that. You've had a few phone calls with me this week that it's like, holy shit. And it was a realization, if I was in a position where I really wasn't happy this week, and then I was absolutely helpless with what happened with YouTube, through no fault of mine, through my intent to help people, everything was shut down. Yeah,
it was really weird, like an unfair dismissal claim at work where you just walked out the door and then the door shut behind you, you don't even know what you've done. No dialogue.
But the worst part about it, it's like getting sued and then suing your company to get your job back and then going back to work. That's where I'm at the moment with YouTube. So the content that we're uploading, we're supporting YouTube again, who actively did not want me on the platform. We've got to make t-shirts or something like, ex-YouTuber or...
Yeah.
Anyhow, again, that's why we set the tune to 5 minutes early on. It's still raw. Back to riding bikes.
Yeah.
Feeling fucking awesome at the moment.
That's good.
And it's only just beginning to get summer here.
Well, I need to get on the bandwagon and start riding a bit more regularly now.
Yep.
Travel looks like it will be settling down. Got a new project starting up soon, so that's good. Get into a routine. Mm-hmm. And then can I persuade you to still ride to work with me at some point?
Yeah.
Yes. Awesome. Excellent.
Because you know why?
Why?
It's going to bump my TSS up.
Oh! Well, speaking of TSS, so I started up my TrainerRoad account too, and I imported all my old data from Strava.
Okay,
That's what you can do.
Yep.
So it'll pull from other data sources to get your back history. Now, 2 interesting factors that came out of that import. There's a process in there where it looks through your files and it will tell you what your...
Horse poo, $1. Sorry.
Thanks for that input. It will look through your previous history and it will give you what your curve is and what your best outputs have been over time.
Sure.
Right. So I had to look through those, and in those sessions, I was like, wow, I did 2,000 watts one day.
Oh, no.
That's awesome. Look into it, and the title of the file is, My Quark Has Gone Crazy. I need to send this in for a service. And it was 4 years ago, something like that, over Christmas time. I think we were up in Horsham. I can even remember the day, I think, because I was like, oh, this is...
Yeah, data rage. Data rage.
Yes, you know exactly. You probably still remember the day that I was raging about it.
I have it daily.
Yeah. So what it allowed me to do within TrainerRoad was pick out those specific workouts and remove them from my history for personal bests.
Yeah.
So it doesn't remove the TSS, it doesn't remove the workouts, but it will remove it from your goal setting, because if you're trying to say, this was my best 5 minutes, 20 minutes in the past, it's not going to be accurate.
Yeah.
And if you're trying to measure yourself and say, where am I at and how am I going to compare?
Sprinting for the rest of your life and then get to 2000
I'm never,
miles.
that's physically incapable for me. So that is number one awesome feature. Second awesome feature was where it has analysed some of my outdoor rides where I've borrowed someone else's bike. Maybe I've gone up to Rafa Sydney and said, oh, you use Strava on your phone or your Garmin, but you don't have a power meter. So estimate what your TSS was for that ride.
So will Strava does that estimated power?
It's pulled in the ride, and what Strava has is my speed, my heart rate, because I'll have my strap with me with my Garmin, but it won't have my power. So Garmin will report an estimated TSS, but that data, when it's pulled in, will not be in TrainerRoad, because that is what they would display for segments.
Okay, so
that's
question, does it actively ask you to enter that in yourself? And does it
that is an option for you to say, we've found rides that don't currently have a estimated TSS or something like that.
Okay,
would you like to input that so it can track your performance history over time?
Sure.
And it's got neat ways to do that. So I was pretty happy, actually, because I was like, oh, I'm going to fill out my history.
Well, working in data, like it's having quality, clean quality data means you get good information. Yeah,
I was probably nerding out a bit, I have to say. But it was actually also a really nice little trip down memory lane. So one of the rides that came up was when I did the overnighter with the chicks for the Rafa ride, and I borrowed a bike from Specialized. And I got to ride that for 2 or 3 days and collect data and stuff like that.
You didn't have any power data?
No.
Whoa.
I know.
Well, we're going to give you some pedals.
I know.
But it was gravel.
We didn't do it.
No, but it was gravel. See, here's where the IQ Squared had come in. Those little pedal plugs that aren't out yet. People are asking again today about the IQ Squared. We could just take those off, plug those in, even though your Q factor is a little bit wider, which we've got to verify.
That could be a use case for it.
There you go. Bang.
That's right, and you could still use your mountain bike pedals or whatever.
Check, this guy's going to have a crack.
You sure?
No, he's got a trailer on as well. He wants to go around. Dude, it's a... Okay, here's the trick of riding someone off the back. So let's just say you're in a peloton here. I've talked about this before. It's a brilliant move when you're racing. So you're racing in a group of 10 riders, and you've got someone who's not pulling a turn. And you're not quite sure if they're foxing or not. Just faking. They're trying to save energy. What you do, you drop yourself off. There's a car ahead of me now. I'm just going to drop back and ride this guy off the back at 92 k's an hour, right? And then we accelerate up to 100. So you drop back with the single rider on your wheel when they're on the rear of the bunch. You drop them back, and you open up a gap. You've got to be confident, and this car's going to turn off. You've got to be confident that you can get across that gap, and then it's probably about 100 meters or so later, you'll sprint across and leave that rider out. Funnily, he's just turned off. What a dick move. So what you do, you then sprint across, leaving that rider hanging out, dangling by themselves. If they're not able to, come across with you, they're dead wood anyway.
Yeah.
If you can do that up a hill, even better. If it's a sprinter, you'll get rid of a sprinter before the line. Anyway, that's cool. We just drove that guy off the back.
Yes, indeed.
Anyhow, always a bike rider. Wasn't a dick move. He was tailgating. You probably see that at the back there anyway.
Crazy. Oh wow.
Where the hell?
Is this a reservoir?
I have no idea.
Wow, this is really cool.
Someone built a wall. Cool. Okay, so you've got a good quality set of data there.
Yes.
In TrainerRoad.
TrainerRoad.
Oh, I'm getting confused with all the terms.
So the other thing I played around this week, because I was away travelling for work, was I was in a gym in a hotel.
Oh.
And I'm like, okay, what have they got here? Life Fitness, what have they got? They've got your favourite company.
Coach Troy? Coach
No.
Troy's Life Fitness. No?
No.
That was Lifetime Fitness.
They got Techno Gym. So I'm like, okay, what have we got here? Not much action in there. But what I loaded up, I couldn't use Zwift because there's no Ant Plus, there's no Bluetooth.
You needed to take the Power Cal. That's the one use case for the Power Cal.
I had my TrainerRoad.
All that's good for is running on running machines if you can get that working.
Couldn't even get that working.
Yeah.
So, what I was left with was trying to find something that would run do a workout for me. So I was trying to think if my Wahoo app would do something, but it's only if I designate what the zones could potentially be, so that's kind of useless.
You've got to control it.
But the one thing that would play a workout for me that I could then match the power by pedaling on the machine was TrainerRoad.
Really?
So I picked a workout in TrainerRoad.
You had a Fred bike.
Yep.
With a big Fred seat.
Yep.
And you were able to do a trainer. How?
So I set the workout to play on TrainerRoad.
Yeah.
And so it was tracking my heart rate, and I could see the intervals as they were going along. It would tell me what power I would need to be, and then I set the level on the ergo bike.
Yep.
Because it was giving me an estimated wattage that I was outputting.
Yep.
And I would just adjust the level to match till it recorded the same as what TrainerRoad was expecting me to output.
Yep.
And I assume it tracked pretty much correctly. I don't know how accurate the Techno Gym bikes are in terms of their wattage outputs, but let's leave that for another video. And then, but I had a good workout and I was motivated because I could see, and my heart rate's going up because I'm doing intervals and bits and pieces like that, so that was fun.
Did it track your TSS?
Yes.
There we go.
It would give me an estimated TSS for my workout.
Cool.
Yeah.
There we go.
That's right. So, that was actually another scenario of, how do I keep myself interested and fit in a gym where I'm not interested in running machines or cross trainers or lifting weights or anything like that.
You've got to have that removal from your real reality. Like, you've got to have that escapism.
Yeah.
Or the character chase, that motivation, that's something. Because without it, like trying to do a workout just for the sake of doing a workout is tough. But if you got character chase. Yeah. No, that's pretty cool.
It is good.
I would have taken the power cal. No, actually, I would have forgotten the power cal. Would have been frustrated, and then not done a workout.
Yeah. That's all good. At least I got one right in.
Cool. So coming up this weekend, the Noosa Crit's on.
Oh, a lot of people up north.
So it's the Noosa? Is there a Tri? Is the Noosa Tri on?
Yes. Okay. I've got a few girlfriends up there.
Okay, it's in is it North Queensland or Central North Queensland?
Noosa. North.
It's North.
Yes.
FNQ. Far North Queensland. Yeah. I haven't been to Noosa.
Yeah, it's like north of Brisbane. So I've ridden from.
We've been to Cairns.
Yeah, south of
Brizzy.
Yep, south of.
Okay.
Cairns.
Right. But that's televised on television. Well, where else? On the internet. There we go.
Televised on the internet.
It's televised on the internet. We're watching that this weekend.
Awesome.
Nathan Elliott's up there racing.
Is he doing a try?
No, the crit.
God, you almost had me then.
E-Dog's in the crit. No.
You get sunburnt in the water.
You're exactly right. I was going to say, you can't get enough sunscreen on that kid to protect him for that. So, we know a few people up there racing this weekend, so that'll be a great watch. If you're in Australia, tune into that either it'll be on Facebook or YouTube or somewhere. Probably is it Sunday? Anyway, check your local guides for your local times. Do you even know where we're going here? I've got
Backasmarsh. Yep, we'll hit the highway up here.
Is it to hell? Look at that, it's super windy out here.
So windy. When the plane landed tonight, it was just like, it was dropping as it came to the airport, and then I had a window seat right on the wing, so I could see the wing flexing as we're coming in, and I'm like, it's a good flight when people almost cheer when you land.
Or clap when they land. Or...
Yeah. No one did that.
So it wasn't quite a Sully. It wasn't a sort of a Sully moment where you ended up in Port Phillip Bay or anything.
I did think about it actually. I'd go to the edge of the wing. But anyway,
where are we going?
Straight up. We've got to go over the highway.
Over the highway, and then lights up.
We can go to the circus.
Oh yeah, there is. We drove past this before. There's camels and things out here. No, really, look. There's a.
Yeah.
They're running. Oh man. I'm sorry, if you've got a camera... No, actually, it's too dark. You might not be able to see them. So, anyway, that's about it for Lama Drives today with Lama Driving. That's Lama Drama done with.
It better be. It's just ridiculous.
Lights off. Strange one, but it's a ride, and it's not us. Why didn't we get the green here?
I don't know. It's green for this section only.
Ah, okay.
It's a weird intersection.
See, as I was saying, it's like the loss of control there. And I always thought I'm enjoying building this library of YouTube videos because they'll be there forever. I'm putting up there how to remove bicycle pedals. Just those videos. It's a library it's a resource that I can really help people out with. But the fact that YouTube took it down like that can't be relied on.
Nope.
So, what other animals can you see?
Horses.
Ponies. Anyway, it's been a long day. Thanks for watching. Thanks for coming, Von. Hey, thanks for driving this one. Did we miss anything on the list?
No, that's everything, and thank you for picking me up from the airport.
That's all right. We
Appreciate that.
need to go grab a coffee or something to stay awake.
Nope.
Oh, we are being complete. Oh.
Oh, I was so going to say floor it.
Hang on. I'll floor it. There's a gap in traffic here where I almost could have gone but didn't. But ready? We'll floor it in a minute. Ready?
Just calm.
Are we breaking? We won't go over the speed limit
No,
here. Okay, we
absolutely
won't.
not.
We're not going to violate any terms of
just
service.
0 to 60.
Zero
no,
bullshit.
It's
We're going to
110.
We're going to 110. Get ready.
Yeah.
Where did all this traffic come from?
It was not there a minute
This is
ago.
all the videos in the queue to be reviewed by YouTube. Yeah, banned.
Whoa.
Banned.
Nah, it's all the circus
Banned.
goers.
YouTube's a circus. Banned. It's common or banned. Banned.
Yeah.
Time's on. Is this irresponsible? The Subi doesn't really have enough guts. I am flat to the floor, and we're only at 100 now. 110.
There we
We're
go.
not over 110. 120. How good is that though? How good is, like, whilst we're cyclists, I still love getting in the car and flooring it
I reckon we could get a car upgrade.
in a safe and responsible environment. Thanks for watching, Von. Thanks for coming along again. It's been a bit of fun. Again, this video is a bit different to normal because we're just shooting the breeze.
Welcome to Friday night.
Have a good weekend.